There are moments in pop culture when a name stops being just a name and starts becoming a symbol. A face that appears everywhere. A presence that dominates red carpets, social media, fashion magazines, and movie screens. A person who doesn't just act in films, but defines an era. Right now, that name is Timothée Chalamet. You see him at premieres. You hear his name at award shows. You scroll past him on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. And whether you love him, admire him, or question the hype, one thing is undeniable. Timothée Chalamet is one of the most talked about celebrities in the world today. But how did he get here? What does fame really cost? And why does the world seem obsessed with watching his every move? This is not just the story of a movie star. This is the story of pressure, ambition, expectation, and the weight of becoming a generational icon. Before the flashing cameras. Before the luxury fashion deals. Before the standing ovations. There was just a kid from New York. Timothée Chalamet was born into a world that quietly nurtured creativity. His background wasn't filled with loud fame, but with art, language, and culture. From a young age, he was surrounded by creativity, expression, and storytelling. But what many people don't realize is this: talent alone does not guarantee survival in Hollywood. For every gifted actor, there are thousands who never make it past auditions. And Timothée knew early on that wanting success wasn't enough. He wasn't the loudest. He wasn't the most obvious leading man. He didn't fit the classic Hollywood mold. And that almost stopped him. Long before applause, there was silence. Auditions that went nowhere. Callbacks that never came. Roles that slipped away. Timothée has openly admitted that rejection was constant. And rejection, especially at a young age, doesn't just hurt, it shapes you. There were moments when he questioned himself. Moments when he wondered if he was enough. If his look was too different. If his voice was too soft. If his presence was too unconventional. Hollywood loves certainty. And Timothée was still becoming himself. But instead of changing who he was, he leaned into it. And that decision would change everything. Then came the moment. A film that didn't rely on explosions or spectacle, but on vulnerability, emotion, and truth. When Call Me by Your Name was released, something unexpected happened. Audiences didn't just watch Timothée Chalamet, they felt him. His performance wasn't loud. It wasn't forced. It was raw, intimate, and painfully human. Critics were stunned. Viewers were emotionally shaken. And suddenly, a name that few recognized became impossible to ignore. That performance didn't just launch a career. It redefined what a leading man changed. Magazine covers. Award nominations. Interviews. Invitations. Hollywood opened its doors, but it didn't come quietly. With fame came expectation. With praise came pressure. With attention came scrutiny. Every outfit became a headline. Every interview was analyzed. Every facial expression was dissected online. Timothée wasn't just being watched. He was being measured. Was he living up to the hype? Was he the future? Was he overexposed? Was he different enough? Fame doesn't ask if you're ready. It just arrives. One thing set Timothée apart immediately. He refused to play it safe. While others followed tradition, he rewrote it. Bold suits. Unexpected silhouettes. Gender-fluid fashion moments that sparked conversation. Some praised him as fearless. Others criticized him for standing out too much. But Timothée wasn't dressing for approval. He was expressing identity. And in doing so, he became more than an actor. He became a cultural statement. Fashion houses noticed. Designers lined up. Runways collided with cinema. Timothée Chalamet was no longer just part of Hollywood. He was shaping it. With fame comes curiosity, and then obsession. Fans wanted to know everything. Who he was dating. Who he wasn't. What was real. What was rumored. Every appearance sparked speculation. Every photo fueled headlines. But behind the rumors was a reality many forget. Public relationships are rarely private. Timothée learned early that silence can be louder than words. That not everything deserves an explanation. That protecting parts of your life is an act of survival. Still, the attention never slowed. And the pressure kept growing. While fame tempted him toward comfort, Timothée chose challenge. Complex roles. Demanding performances. Projects that tested his limits. He wasn't interested in being just popular. He wanted to be respected. In interviews, he admitted something most actors avoid saying out loud. He wants to be one of the greats. Not average. Not forgettable. Not safe. Greatness demands sacrifice. And Timothée was willing to pay the price. But ambition has a shadow. Every project now came with pressure. Every performance carried the weight of comparison. If he succeeded, it was expected. If he failed, it was amplified. The world forgets that actors are human. That confidence doesn't erase doubt. That success doesn't cancel fear. Behind the smile, behind the applause, there was still pressure. To stay relevant. To stay authentic. So why does Timothée Chalamet matter so much right now? Because he represents something rare. He's talented but vulnerable. Confident yet introspective. Famous yet still searching. He doesn't pretend to have all the answers. And in a world obsessed with perfection, that honesty feels revolutionary. Timothée Chalamet is not done. Not even close. The roles will grow bigger. The spotlight will get brighter. The pressure will increase. But if his journey has shown us anything, it's this. He's not chasing approval. He's chasing truth. And whether you admire him, critique him, or simply watch from afar, you are witnessing the rise of a defining figure of this generation. So now the question is yours. Do you think Timothée Chalamet is shaping the future of Hollywood, or is the pressure too heavy for anyone to carry? Write your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned, because the story of this generation's stars is far from over.